am Dr. Napasha Gettings, and I am a double board certified adult and child and adolescent psychiatrist practicing in Orland Park, Illinois. And welcome to Free Your Mind Friday. Free Your Mind Friday is a public health forum that I put together in 2016. Basically is a way for us to have open conversations about different diseases and things in our culture and in our society that affect our brain health. I really want to help demystify thoughts, beliefs about receiving mental health care services. I want to help remove a lot of the stigma that surrounds receiving mental health care services. And so I started these informative calls last year, and this year we started videos. So far this year, if you haven't seen any of the videos, please do visit clarionconscience.com and check out some of the topics we've already covered, which basically have included the 12 biological systems of the human body, some information about the differences between a psychologist and a psychiatrist. I got that one yesterday, actually. So many people don't know the difference between different titles in the mental health care field, and that video will really help you understand that. We've also talked about brain health and things that we can do to make sure that we maintain a healthy brain. We've talked about some nutritional facts, which include eating good omega-3s and good fatty acids. And last week we touched on one of the very common anxiety disorders that we see oftentimes too much in our society, which is post-traumatic stress disorder. And we talked about 3 areas of the brain that are highly affected by PTSD. And one of those areas is known as the hippocampus. And one thing that myself and I'm sure other mental health care providers are aware of is that those individuals who are survivors of trauma really struggle with sleep. A lot of times what we're told as clinicians is that they are experiencing nightmares, they are waking up in the middle of the night, they can't go to sleep. And so what I'd like to do today is to talk a little bit about sleep within itself and talk about why it's important and why we should all make sure that we make enough time in our day for healthy sleep patterns. So as I've mentioned before, my specialty of medicine deals with the brain and the entire central nervous system. And obviously the cells in our brain are known as neurons. And these neurons require certain levels of care in order to function appropriately. One of the videos that we've already done was about Alzheimer's and other dementias, which are neurodegenerative diseases. And so we talked about the nutritional piece, but one piece that's really important to understand is sleep. Sleep has a huge effect on the level of health of the neuron. And if you want a healthy brain, you want healthy neurons. So one of the functions of our central nervous system when we're sleeping is to actually do a little housekeeping. Some of you may remember that we have cells in our brain known as microglia that are responsible for kind of doing the detox process. They're part of our brain's own healthy immune system, and they do a lot of their work when we are sleeping. So think about it. If you're not getting adequate amounts of rest, you are at risk of having higher levels of neurotoxins in the brain, which then puts you at higher risk for developing a neurodegenerative disorder down the line. If you didn't watch the video on dementia, please go watch Free Your Mind from the Shackles of Dementia. Great video at clarionconscience.com. So we spend about a third of our life asleep, and many people see sleep as just some passive thing that we do. They really don't understand the overall importance. One of the major areas that we see that are damaged in individuals with PTSD is the hippocampus. When you think of the hippocampus, think of your memory bank. Think of your brain as this computer, and it has an area where it stores a lot of information, and that would in fact be the hippocampus. And so when we take a look at the hippocampus and when it's functioning, it's doing a lot of work when we are sleeping. It is helping us consolidate information that we've learned. It's helping to store memories that we will need later. So the hippocampus is a very important structure in the brain that I would encourage all of you to learn and read more about, so that you understand and more so appreciate what your brain is doing when you're sleeping, and not just see it as this activity that we can, get away with not having regularly in our schedule. Some of us who work a lot, some of us who work extra shifts, overtime, night shifts, I want you to be aware that that's not how our body is designed to function. And our brain helps to regulate so many of our metabolic processes, not only sleeping, but also our appetite, our sex drive. So all of these processes that go on in the body are heavily dependent upon how much sleep we're getting. As a psychiatrist, I work with a lot of individuals, lots of patients that have sleep disorders. They have parasomnias, they struggle with insomnia, delayed sleep onset. A lot of times I'm referring to the sleep specialist for sleep study and further evaluation. When we are sleeping, most of the time we're either in slow wave or we are in what we call REM sleep, REM sleep, which is usually when we're dreaming, at which point in time our muscles are very tense. Sometimes we can have erratic breathing, and obviously our eyes are moving a lot. There's a lot that goes on in REM sleep. Slow wave sleep takes up the bulk of our time that we're spending sleep, and during that period of time the body is very relaxed. It's a very restorative process. You're breathing deeply, your muscles are relaxed. And so I want to emphasize to everyone, because we live in a time where everyone's go, go, go. There's always something to be done. There's always a to-do list. I want to encourage people to be okay with relaxing and to be okay with getting a good night's rest. It can be one of the healthiest things that you do for overall brain function. Sleep is key to also preventing lots of mood disorders. There is a huge correlation also between lack of sleep and seizure onset. So you have to be aware that in order to take care of the body, you have to know how it works. Once you know how it works, then you're able to put the different pieces of a healthy lifestyle together. Exercise, nutrition, healthy communication, healthy relationships, staying away from traumatic situations, having a healthy home dynamic, and of course sleep are all the things that I would like all of my followers and other advocates for the mental health community to promote. We need to make sure that we're encouraging one another and that we're teaching one another how to take care of ourselves. Sleep shouldn't be seen as just something that we get to if we have time. Oh, I took a nap today, but I'm good to go. Because we're in that society where we're relying on stimulants and caffeine and all of these substances that over time are toxic to the body, create dependencies, and interfere with how our body functions naturally. So I want to encourage you to share this message. Please do go visit clarionconscience.com to see more videos that I will be posting every week for Free Your Mind Friday. Please do follow me also on social media, Instagram at Natasha T. Gettings, MD. Leave your comments. Let me know what's helpful for you. Let me know what you would like to learn more about as it relates to the brain and wellness and maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Thank you and be well.